everybody. I hope you're having a good Monday. Livy and I wanted to share some things with you today. So I titled this video Summer Babysitting 101. I was talking with some friends on Friday night about this topic, and I thought that it would be an awesome thing to share with you. So get your preteens, get your teens, and even if you have to watch the replay, let them see this. I'm going to give you some tips for babysitting. So just a little background. In college, I was picked, selected, or actually got the job, was hired to join a nanny service called Need a Sitter. And many of my friends that will probably watch this worked with me. And it was awesome. I had a really good experience with that, and you got to make your own schedule, and I really enjoyed it. It was just a great job, and it allowed me to work hard, do a good job, and it turned into other opportunities. So I wanted to talk to you about that. So first of all, if you are a babysitter, then you own your own business, and you need to treat it like that. So, think of ways, number one, that you can differentiate yourself, because you are competing with other sitters. Because if you go do a babysitting job, hey guys, and you don't do a good job, then your competition wins and someone else gets asked back. So that's the first thing. I think we need to teach our kids that when you're babysitting, even for the summer, it's your business. So you need to treat it like that, okay? And think outside of the box and think of ways to differentiate yourself from your competition. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to come up with a price for your services. So what are you going to charge per hour? So when you speak to a family or a mom or dad, you will know when they ask you what you charge, you've already thought about it and you know what you're worth. If you're just starting out, you might want to start at a lower rate to kind of get some experience. But if you've been babysitting for a while, and you've got experience, then you can demand a higher rate because you've been doing it for a while, okay? So that would be next. So my first tip for when you show up to babysit, the first thing is going to be to arrive on time. So moms and dads are busy, and we all know that when a babysitter arrives even 5 minutes late, it's really annoying, and that's just a bad taste in your mouth, from the beginning. So always arrive on time, if not 5 to 10 minutes early. Secondly, communicate with the parents when you arrive at the job. So, you might want to ask questions. Ask the mom or the dad, what are the rules for the kids? Are there specific rules, specific areas of the house they're not supposed to go in? What about meals? Like where, what am I supposed to feed the kids? And then also where things are, where are the plates, the spoons, the cups, all of that, where all of that is. Maybe go into the baby's room, the kids' room, if they're younger children, and find out where all of the diapers and all of that kind of stuff is before mom leaves, so that you're not running around crazy trying to find all of that. And then something else that really could help you differentiate yourself in your business is to consider some babysitters that we've had in the past that we really liked. What they did was they would bring a bag with them, a special, kind of like a special babysitter bag. And my kids always loved that. They were always excited about that. So maybe you have like art supplies from the dollar store. Maybe you have one special babysitter we used to have she actually would make doll clothes out of like old socks and stuff. It was really cool. She would sew them. But one thing and she would bring them for the kids every now and then. They would get a new little piece of clothing for their Barbie dolls. But something else you could do would be like what's the word I'm looking, like paper mache or paper dolls, little things to make paper dolls, just anything like that. It doesn't have to be expensive, but just kind of something that you bring and the kids know that the next time you're coming, you're going to bring something. That's always fun. Even like a jump rope or a kickball or something that you bring that's unique to you that they might not have in their home always goes over really well with the kids, which in turn goes over really well with the parents. The next thing that you need to know is you need to entertain the kids while you're here. No cell phones, no sitting on your cell phone. That is not good. And if you don't think the kids tell their parents when you leave what you've done, they do. So it's not that difficult. Just entertain the kids. Keep them entertained. You know, parents do not like their kids to sit on electronics. Right, Livy? No, they don't. So anything you can do to take them outside, to entertain them, play baby dolls, ride bikes, you know, with the boys, whatever you can do. Take them on a bike ride, take them on a nature walk, anything like that to keep them entertained and outside and off of the electronics or out from in front of the TV is going to go over really well with the parents. The next thing that's really important is to pick up after yourself and clean up after yourself when you're at the job, okay? So if you make lunch for the kids, then go ahead and clean up the lunch when you're done. Moms and dads don't like to walk into the house and the kitchen be full of dishes from the lunch or the dinner that you made for the kids. That's just respectful, you know? Now, you're not the house cleaner, so we're not expecting you guys to completely clean the house and scrub the toilets while you're here. But if you do make a meal, or if the kids play games, they get a bunch of games out, make sure that you pick those up, because that's just respectful, you know, of the parents. And again, this goes back to what I said in the beginning about owning your own business. So one thing that I did when I was in college and had this nanny job, I was babysitting for some really affluent people. And if you're on here and you were one of those and you don't think you're affluent, at the time, that I was just in awe of some of the families I babysat for, the homes that I was in, and I had never seen anything like it. So, you know, I wanted to do a good job, and I had it in me that, you know what, when these parents get home tonight, their house is going to be straight, the dishes are going to be put away, and number one, I wanted to get asked back. That was my livelihood, was my job. And number two, I just wanted to please them. But if you think about it, you know, so you get asked back the next time. So you have your job for the summer. So next summer when you're home, the family asks you to come back again. So this turns into future jobs. And before you know it, if you're in college, you're graduating college, and maybe the mom and the dad own their own business, and you've done a well enough job to where they're like, hey, we really want to hire him or her into our own business, and you get offered a job. Or they're well connected in the community and you have a connection there and they recommend you for a job, or you know, you can use them as a great referral. So you can't look at babysitting jobs as just, you know, oh, who cares? I'm not really worried about this. You have to think like business minded and long term, because you do own your own business as a babysitter. And so you should treat it as such, because the way you handle yourself and the job how well you do the job may depend on future employment and future job opportunities down the road. So I think that is it. I just had that to share with you guys today. Again, if you have a preteen or a teen, I highly recommend that you have them watch this video, especially if they're doing some babysitting this summer. Hope you all have a great day. Say bye.
Bye.